It is the first Friday. Nope, no, it's not a Friday. It's the first Thursday of the month, which that means we're going to be talking toys. Welcome, everybody, to another Let's Talk Jurassic toy edition. And we're going to be talking about Beyond the Gates and some other stuff. But I got to figure out what day it is first. So it's Thursday. I got to get used to these first Thursdays. They're a little bit different. But let's go ahead and welcome in our good friend. Actually, let me get out of this menu here and then go back here. My friend Aaron. There he is. What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, so I told you this story in text, and I think it's a funny story, so I'm going to tell it here on the podcast. Be very quiet about it.
Yeah. Just be quiet about it. Okay.
So Target hits me up, and they're like, "Hey, we're dropping like $200 worth of toys at your door today." And I was like, crap, my wife works from home. That's no good. Why couldn't these like all come at different times? Why do I need to get like my entire order of what movie is it? I don't know, whatever. Why do I got to get the whole order in one day? So I'm like, please just show up during her lunch while she's like got her back turned to the front door and she's got her noise canceling headphones, and my prayer worked. They showed up after her lunch, while she's working. I was like, yes, awesome.
Okay.
And I'm like, all I gotta do is get outside and kind of sneak them into the garage, put them in my trunk, and I'll just introduce them to the house slowly, one at a time over the course of like the week. I totally forgot we have a video doorbell, and she saw the whole thing. She's like, what did you buy? And I was like, oh God, here we go. So I was like, well, this is it. This is like the order. Brad, guess what?
What?
Like an hour later, UPS dropped off another dinosaur toy. Can't win around here, man.
You're in trouble, man. I mean, what?
I'm not trying to be deceitful. I'm not trying to lie. I mean, I guess by omission, I don't
know.
But
I think if you turn around and look behind you, there's plenty of receipts right there. So, yeah. I think everybody should know what they're in for, you know? But yeah, man. So I don't know what's going on with my hair tonight. I'm trying to figure it out while you're talking. But so you, despite not being into this movie, did go ahead and pre-order a bunch of toys and have a bunch show up on your doorstep. So walk me through. What did you end up getting? We're going to talk Beyond the Gates, by the way. We'll get there, but I just want to hear what Aaron got, actually.
So, a Spinosaurus, and it's awesome. That Spinosaurus is awesome. I feel really bad for those who can't get their hands on one. Like, it's so good. I'm not going to grab mine off my shelf because it's kind of wedged back there, but like, it is very good. All my size comparison concerns were put to rest. They're very good. The size is very good. I do feel bad for those that couldn't get it because you know what? It's really reminiscent of the original Spinosaurus release. And I don't understand why they can't figure out this dinosaur. Why is this the one that like you can't get?
Well, I mean, we're only like 3 days into the whole thing being available, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I know it did pop up for sale again on the website. Maybe yesterday or so. I don't know if it was yesterday or today. I forget. It might have disappeared again quickly, but I did see pictures from a friend that actually was hanging out with some in Target. So they do exist in the store. I think it's just hit or miss at the moment. So I'm not going to like jump to say that it's going to be like the original one, but maybe it might be. I don't know.
I did make fun of someone online. I don't usually dive into the comments and talk smack, but someone was complaining. Dude, they had this really minor QC problem with like the gums being slightly misaligned.
Oh,
And I was just like, bro,
this part right here, I think, right? Was it like right here, right, or something like that?
nah, something, I don't know. No, it was like it was like the gums kind of misaligning or something with the like
gums.
Like the bottom, or like the gum piece that the teeth are molded.
I saw a lot about this, I think it was, or something. I don't know, but
I don't know. My thing is like, dude, like, look, the person that made that, it's like us who can afford a $50 dinosaur, we are far more fortunate than the people making these things. Like, I don't know. I just feel weird. Like, if you don't like it, just take it back. Like, return it. Don't get online and be like, oh, I get it. Like, okay, characters where their eyes are like skewed across their like face, like whatever. That, yeah, a QC person should have caught that. But like, dude, this is my thing, and this person who's making like $8 a day, like, get out of here.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I have heard some complaints about the eyes as well. Mine are like a little forward because they do have those like glass eyes with like the slit in there in the back. Mine are pretty far forward. They came out fine in pictures, but I just feel like in person they look like really far forward. But for some reason,
well, to Mattel's credit, they've shallowed those eyes. Mm-hmm. Like, Mattel has done a really good job of shallowing how far back that eye goes. Like, it looks miles better on these newer ones than it did. Like the Brachiosaur. Like, the Brachiosaur has no pupil because
I know
it's just like halfway into its head. I know you don't have that one.
It's got to be a small eye to begin with. I mean, I'm looking at the regular one here. It's tiny, you know? Yeah.
I just think Mattel's really interesting to follow right now. Like, these toys are expensive, man. That Titanosaur, it's $70. That was another one that got dropped.
Somebody mentioned, or Steve here mentions. Oh no, not Steve. Sorry. Maddox says my only complaint is that the figure is brown instead of gray, and yeah, I think this one's going more for, which I have it over there. I don't know if it's got a lot of stuff underneath it, but there is the like regular one that came out, I think, around like Camp Cretaceous, like season 4 or 5 or whatever it was, and it looks more like this one where it's, well, I'm blurry. But more like brown and stuff around instead of like grays. And I know the JP3 one has blue in it, but no blue to be found here at all. So I know that bummed people out as well.
Yeah, but like, okay, so here's the thing. Like, I'm reading the chat, and like I'm saying, like, people who are complaining about defects are just return it. So Steve Jedi Jarvo makes a good point. He's like, well, they're not expensive, and I would actually argue these are cheap. Like, the days of $5 humans and small dinosaurs, those are gone. Like, the inflation is out of control. So, like, just for instance, like something like a hot toy now. When I started collecting hot toys, they were like $200 a pop. I got a notification the other day that like I was on a wish list for something, and Sideshow's already started putting like tariff money, like tacking that onto the prices for all the pre-orders. So like now if you go into like your Sideshow thing, it'll be like, hey, your tariff additive is going to be this on top of what we told you initially.
Oh no. I have not seen that. That doesn't sound very great.
Yeah, it's happening. These toys are cheap. These are just consumer level toys. Even at $60 or $50, whatever this is a consumer level toy now. So anyway, I got the notification that I was on a wait list for the Harley Quinn from, I don't know, whatever movie it was, where she looks like Harley Quinn. And that hot toy is for like $450.
Yikes.
Like,
is it really?
I only started collecting these things in like 2012. It was only 12 years ago. So in 12 years, these things have doubled in price. Inflation's crazy. And I think this is interesting. I don't want to get too political, but like the CEO of Mattel has come out and is like, we're not moving our manufacturing to the United States. And I think that's just like a perfect example of why this blanket tariff thing just wasn't going to work. Because like you got to be realistic about what you can pay people to produce certain goods at certain prices, right? Like, I'm a firm believer that we should probably have a majority of our food chain and a majority of our medications manufactured here on our own shores. Just because of not a political thing, not a like I don't like other countries thing, but like during COVID, which was a national emergency, it just got really dicey. And there are certain things that we shouldn't have to rely on, like We shouldn't have to rely on other countries to take care of ourselves for certain things. But luxury items like toys, how are you going to pay someone in the United States $15 an hour to produce a Spinosaurus? That Spinosaurus would be like $100 easily.
I had to go and tell my kids they're only allowed to have 1 or 2 dolls this year. Oh
my God, when he made that speech, I was just like,
most idiotic.
I was like, brother. No, I mean, like, it was okay. Which is kind of crazy because like the Republican Party's always been like, don't tell me what to do kind of thing. Like they're very much like, stay out of my business. I'll do what I want. Like that's like kind of the whole mentality. So when he gave that speech, it was super like weird because it was kind of surreal in the sense that he's like telling people what they should consume. But like the notion of it is, it's not an unrealistic notion to, hey, just don't be this mad consumer. Appreciate what you have. And, it just was such a weird, it was just such a weird thing to be like, maybe Sally doesn't need $2. Why not be like, I don't know, maybe crazy rich people don't need like 5 Lamborghinis or something. Like he could have picked something a little more like
he picked on the kids who
he picked on the kids
who can't help but want the thing when they walk down the aisle. It's like,
right. I don't know. It just felt like a weird like bridge, like hill to die on that day. But I don't know. Terrible. But with Mattel being like, we're not coming to the United States, I think just goes to show certain luxury items that we expect to be relatively affordable are not coming back. And I just found it interesting and relevant that Mattel specifically was in the news for basically bucking that trend. Just being like, no, it's not happening.
I wish I had like a price guide for all the previous years. I'm sure if I looked in like my emails, I might have like some sort of pricing guide from like 2018 as far as like what Mattel had sent out and all that. I'm sure it's out there, but I forget, like if I was to go buy the Super Colossal back in 2018, the one that we all went and got, that T-Rex. I feel like it was probably $60.
No, I bet it was 50.
You think so?
I bet it was $50. Maybe. I think the Brachiosaur was $50.
I don't remember. I mean, it's hard to say for sure, but I don't have my receipts from that far back. But I know a lot of people have been complaining about the prices of everything. The Titanosaurus, $70. If you want to get 3 cans of soda, it's like $18 or something at Target, or 3 containers of soda. Because I've been collecting all those sodas too. I don't know. Have you gotten into that at all? Going down the food aisles?
I don't have. No, I mean, I was at 7-Eleven today, and all their Jurassic World stuff is out.
Dude, we got to talk about this because I did bring this up. Actually, I have. Let's go over there real quick. I'm gonna go to merch because I talked about this actually last night in the stream, and I had no idea that this like whole collection thing existed. This 7 collection, but it's pretty wild.
What?
And dude, I was dying because like I kind of absolutely need this shirt. A 7-Eleven with the Jurassic like moon behind it, dude. That's kind of an iconic shirt right there. I need it. It's absurd, but like look at this stuff, dude. This stuff. Oh, somebody's giving the thumbs down. Oh, go cry. I don't know what to tell you. But it's all stuff, Jurassic stuff, but it's got to have the branding on there. 7-Eleven. But
they must be featured in the movie. They must be featured in the movie at some point to go this hard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know actually what is the location. I forget what it's called, but there is that gas station. Well, it's not a gas station. It's like a charging station, but there is a convenience store in the movie that they go in. That's where the Mutadons are in that scene.
Yeah,
I don't know if you care to watch any trailers.
7-Eleven was the...
I
know what you're talking about.
I saw there was a name in maybe some of the behind the scenes footage, and I forget what it was, but it wasn't like 7-Eleven Speedway or whatever the third one was. I don't think it was any of those, unless they just go ahead and just like CG over it so it says 7-Eleven in the movie, which is possible.
I mean, It could, and it could also be like before they go to the island, they like someone's drinking a 7-Eleven like Slurpee or something.
There's
Like
a
it could be something
Slurpee.
that
It could be,
small.
yeah.
You know,
But they're going
now,
hard, dude. They have this stuff, but they also have like
no.
activations. Oh, sorry, they've got activations in like L.A., New York, and like Ohio, where you can go like a fully immersive with photo ops and like set dressing and all kinds of crazy stuff where you can go to visit a Rebirth 7-Eleven. It's kind of crazy. So they're going all out.
I mean, I just wonder if they are in there, will the product placement be as egregious as Dr. Pepper was in Spider-Man 2? Do you know what I'm talking about with Spider-Man 2?
I'm trying to think of the scene.
Dude, okay, so it's in the
remember.
pizza shop. It's in the pizza shop where Peter comes in late to work.
Yeah.
And that entire sequence, dude, there's a freezer of Dr. Pepper. There's like Dr. Pepper banners. There's a guy with a Dr. Pepper can sitting on the table and then drinks a cup of Dr. Pepper. Like it's gross how much product placement there is in that one scene. It's like Dr. Pepper paid for that whole movie to be made.
Hey, well, they did a good job. It's a good movie.
It's Spider-Man 2 is a great movie. But minus the fact that you got to stare at like an ocean of Dr. Pepper for 3 minutes.
Well, there was. Did you see the Dr. Pepper commercial thing that they put out?
No.
I think there was like a Dr. Pepper behind the scenes, and they focused in on a Dr. Pepper in the shop. So I think there is one like in the store, which the convenience store is weird because like it obviously looks like it's been abandoned for a while, but every bag of chip that's like up on the shelf looks brand new. Everything looks brand new on the shelf store. So I don't know what's going on in this store, but it looks new, despite being like filled with water and kind of old and gross looking inside.
Eric Kirby busted into a vending machine to get a snack in Jurassic Park 3. That's what I'm saying, man. This movie has Jurassic Park 3 vibes. I'm telling you, man. This movie has Jurassic Park 3 vibes.
Maybe.
They're just marketing like 3 carnivores.
Dude,
2 of which are basically the same from Jurassic Park 3.
You gonna get a hat? You gonna get a 7-Eleven hat, dude? Because I think I might be grabbing one of these. These are pretty killer. The trucker hat.
What's it say on it? It just says 7-Eleven?
It just says 7-Eleven. It's pretty great. Like, it's kind of iconic. I don't know. They've got the big gulp cups, the straws, sticker packs and things, the Speedway hat. I
still have my big gulp.
Other stuff, but
I still have my big gulp canister from Fallen Kingdom with the volcano. That was some great marketing materials. I don't know. I have to stay clear of my 7-Eleven. I went in there today all frustrated, and I was kind of rude, which I feel bad about.
Oh no! Now you can't go back. You gotta go apologize.
The guy was mumbling. The guy was mumbling, and I just said, instead of just like wanting to clarify or anything, he said something, and I'm just like, no, that's okay. And he goes, what do you mean that's the price? And I just goes like, I'm sorry, what? Like he was mumbling, man. I couldn't hear, and 7-Eleven's loud, and I was already mad and frustrated, and
yeah,
I felt bad. I walked out instantly being like, dude, don't be mad at the guy working at 7-Eleven. This guy,
yeah. I had a moment like that at a Dunkin' Donuts recently where like I made my order, but then I got to the window and they're like, oh, we're sorry, we don't have the thing that you ordered. And they're like, do you want this? And I'm like, no, that's okay. Forget it. And they're like, forget it. Like, you don't want this? I'm like, no. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want that. So like, I felt really bad about the interaction, but I also was just like, I wanted the thing I ordered, like not some random other thing. So it's not these people's fault, but like, it's frustrating too, because like, that's the start of your day. Like, that's how I'm like kicking my day off. It's with a Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and it does get frustrating, but you know what? They're doing their best.
Problem is you're starting your day off with a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. That's a big mistake.
That is a horrible idea.
Regardless.
I love you, Duncan, but horrible idea. Okay, don't do that. Since that moment, dude. This is what it's happened. This maybe you'll reflect back on this too, but I haven't gone there since.
I mean, look,
I
know that
bad
we're not
about this interaction, and I've never gone back.
I think their coffee tastes like pee. And
It's
I don't know what
not
pee tastes
great.
like, but
No.
it's really bitter and sour. It's so gross.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're starting your day off with a Dunkin' Donuts coffee, you've made a
It's
mistake
not.
already.
Yeah, it's already a bad enough day. You don't want it to get worse. All right, so we were talking about like what things you received, right? And I don't even know if we got into it, but you said Spinosaurus.
Oh,
So
so
what else?
Spinosaurus, Titanosaurus, Titanosaurus. And then I got in the Spino human collection, which I haven't even like opened the Target box yet. Because honestly, I'm debating returning it. The Spinosaurus with the humans. With like
I don't even know.
Scarjo, the crummy looking Spinosaurus, the one that looks really stupid. But it was like for pre-order, it was the only way to get humans. And I think those characters are coming out with like in less expensive packets or something. So I'll probably return it and
it was
hope
this
that I
one,
can
right?
get Scarjo. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a much smaller. It's a much smaller Spino, right? Yeah.
Right. So like, why even have it?
Yeah, that's always the problem. Is they put mostly dinosaurs, like especially these bigger dinosaurs. I always feel like when they put a bigger dinosaur in a package with humans, it's a bigger dinosaur that you definitely don't want. That happens all the time. The smaller ones, I'm like okay with, like they're cool. Some of them are pretty cool, but it's always the bigger ones that I'm just like, no, I don't need that just to boost up this price.
This couldn't have been like a Triceratops or something, like, or I don't know, another carnivore that's relatively that size by comparison to humans. Like, isn't there a Utah raptor floating around out there?
And it's not my thing. Like I that was one of the first ones I spotted in stores. Have you gone into any of the stores recently?
No, so that's my problem. I need to get tiger raptors. Like I need to get tiger raptors. Those are my favorite raptors, and I just haven't been into a store yet.
Let me tell you, man, you could do so with this week's Beyond the Gates. We'll get there. But all right, so what else did you get? What else?
That's really like I said, when this guy dropped off $200 worth of stuff. I mean, that's it. A Spino and a Titanosaur. Like that was $100 and some odd.
Jeez, yeah. I got the Spino. Obviously, I showed that off. I do really like the box. The box is pretty awesome. I love the huge graphics on there, the blue background and everything back there. It's like a bluish kind of jungle. It like really, really popped. The stuff on the back and stuff. Everything looked beautiful on this.
I will say, Mattel, like if you're listening, which I hope you do every once in a while, can you guys try to figure out how to like make these dinosaurs not like the assembly be permanent? Because like I put together because like that's the thing with like all these, even like the Hammond collection, the big ones especially. Once you attach their tails, like they can't go back in the box. And the box is a cool display piece if it was like and the way they package them, you can keep the box in good shape. Like you don't have to destroy the box to get the animal out of there. But once you attach that tail, it's done. And like the sauropods are even worse. Like,
oh gosh, yeah.
Dude, that Titanosaur is the size of a dog. Like it's the size of a medium-sized dog.
It's surprising it fits in that box. Like I can't believe it actually fit in that box. That's crazy. And they're always surprising, nice. Like how big they are. That thing is huge, dude. It's unbelievably huge.
It's not as big as I thought it was going to be, but it is really big. Like I think the Dreadnoughtus is still bigger. Yeah, I think Dreadnoughtus is still. It's because its neck like sticks straight up that makes it look so big. But like lengthwise, the Dreadnoughtus is the same length.
Okay. I ended up going to a Lego store and I ended up finding Dolores here, so that was cool.
Ooh.
I didn't see any Lego in the actual like Walmarts and Targets and stuff, but I had a third party kind of Lego shop, and they had like a handful of the sets out. So I was like debating it for a little while. What do I want to get? Do I want to get anything? I was actually at the register, dude. And I just felt it. It was just pulling. It was calling to me, dude. And I'm literally like, she's calculating everything else. I got my son and daughter like some minifigs and stuff. And actually, dude, my son got this like cool deal. It's like a sand bucket. It was like a $35 bucket filled with tons of pieces of Lego, just random stuff. And then you can bring that bucket back anytime for $15 and fill it completely. And it's a pretty good deal in comparison to the other random bags and containers that they have. So I was like, dude, just get that and come back and fill it for $15 every time. It's pretty awesome. So he got that. We got a minifig, I think, or something for my daughter. And then this thing was just calling to me. So I had to go pick it up, but haven't put it together yet. I haven't opened anything other than that Spino, but that came, I think, before the first, maybe. But I know everybody's been saying, don't mention it. Don't mention it. Here it is. Steve says, no, don't mention the D-Rex.
Barf.
Barf. Yeah, I did get the D-Rex. And
you sent me that photo and I was like, oh, I've lost respect for you.
So how do you like this? Like, what do you think? I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Like, that's one of the cooler, like, play features and motions, I think, out of any of the Mattel stuff that's come out. And I think it's a unique feature, dude. Like, I was actually having this conversation I don't know when I was having this conversation, but this is like super unique. Like, despite the design, like if you put the design behind you, like think about what it might be capable of with these massively swiping arms and the shaking of the head like that. I think that could be something that if it's featured in a movie, that could be kind of cool to see like play out if it's like, and it gives me vibes of the novel where it was like dinosaurs are a little too fast. So having that shaking feature would be like really odd to see on such a massive creature like that, you know? So I think that could be cool and kind of connect dots to the novel a little bit.
I think it's trying to like replicate like the vibration of like that roar, maybe like when it does that. But I mean, look, I'm not saying someone brought up the fact that like the Mutodons look like those Archaeopteryx or whatever from Chaos Effect or whatever.
The Archaeopteryx?
And the Archaeopteryx. No, it was the yellow mix of I don't know. Aaron is not impressed. You're right. Aaron is. I mean, because what my feeling is about it? That toy was, I'm assuming, 50. 40.
52, I think it came to with tax and everything, so.
Like, what's the demo look like of kids who like actually use that play feature? Because I feel like, and I'm going to circle back to something I saw that was interesting, but like when these things just roared, that was great when we were kids. They just roared. So we're already talking about how toys are too expensive, and this thing that you just showed is like basically like as close to iRobot as we're ever going to get for a Jurassic Park toy. Like it's just so insanely crazy.
So I don't know, dude. Like honestly, I think when you have like when I had my Red Rex right here, and yes, it had that cool, the stomping and the roar, right? Like that was the two things. What did you do with it? You took it, and let's say this guy, for instance. What would you do with this guy? You'd go up to Darth Vader and you'd be like, Hulk smash, and just boom, throw it like that. Right?
Yeah, but that's more fun than just pushing a button that just does it for you. Is it
yes,
not?
but if I wind this thing up and do this, and then I also go boom like that and smash into something, to me that feels good, dude. That I feel like that would be an excellent play feature. To have a vehicle come up, dude, I would smash the hell out of that vehicle and throw Grant and whoever like out of the vehicle. Like I feel like that's a really good play feature. So from a pure toy perspective, I feel like it's really cool. It sounds cool. It shakes. It's got movement. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of into it. I know you're not into it at all, but like, I feel like
I'm not trying to diminish your fun. Like,
oh, you won't.
Look, people are saying that people are saying that this movie looks very much like Chaos Effect, which I think that Jurassic World was enough Chaos Effect for me. But I'm not gonna lie.
Needs more color.
The T-Rex boat scene. It's calling me.
Yeah?
It's calling me.
Well, that's such a shame. I'm so sorry you're not going to go see it, though. That's like...
Here's the problem. If I don't go see it in theaters, I will have died not seeing the T-Rex boat scene that we've all wanted since we were like little kids.
I didn't know you were dying so soon. Are you okay?
Well, doesn't matter.
Are you dying before
This
it comes
movie
to
this
digital
movie,
or DVD?
this movie
Or
ain't getting this movie ain't getting some 20-year anniversary release. All right, this thing is gonna come and die on the vine of streaming at some point in time.
I
All right,
mean,
this is
it'll make money. I think it's gonna make money.
Jurassic Park. The first one will have a 100th anniversary edition in the theaters. They'll bring it back. In fact, if theaters are dead by then, they'll build a theater to show it in. And they'll be like, you guys
Maybe.
experience what people experienced 100 years ago.
And they're not doing like anything for Jurassic World, which stinks, you know. And I know it. And honestly, like I'm falling into that trap as well, like where I do want to cover Jurassic World's 10th anniversary, but it's also this movie and other stuff, and there'll be more to talk about next week. So you know, it's looking.
I think
like
that's
a busy month.
that's what's so sad about media in general. It's just disposable. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It's just disposable. And like, I don't know. I wouldn't consider Jurassic World a classic, but it does. I mean, it made a ton of money. It deserves the 10th anniversary, but it's this year, right, or next year?
It's right now. It's in a few days. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that would just cannibalize.
I know, that's the problem. It's just way too close. So but at the same time, they did do that, which I know it was for Jurassic Park, but there was the 25th, I guess, right, for the release of Fallen Kingdom, I think. So they did do that.
Did they?
Yeah. But yeah, who knows?
One is clearly a classic. And
I know
one's
Jurassic Park. Yeah, that's the difference. But yeah, I didn't pick up anything else. I just got those two things on the release day, and I don't even know that I may have stopped in a store. Yeah, I did stop in Target one more time, and there was nothing else new. But a lot of the stuff is just stuff that I don't really care to have. But if that's it for the updates there, why don't we go ahead and take a look at Beyond the Gates now? Because that's what we're really here for. We made you all wait. But here we go. So, as always, when we wake up on the Beyond the Gates day, you just never know what you're going to get, right? You have no idea what's going to pop up. And this is unfortunately one of the more disappointing ones. No shade, absolutely, to Jason here, who created the video and all that stuff. But it's no fault of his that this is what was kind of thrown his way. We've got the Legacy Collection Reimagined Velociraptor trilogy set. And what's reimagined about this? Do we know? Like,
I don't know.
Is it that they're like, oh, we don't want to put stripes on the Tiger Raptor? Is that the reimagining?
I mean, and not even. I guess to me, like that looks like there was an orange raptor for Jurassic Park 1. Yeah,
I don't remember ever seeing that, but here we go. I mean, there are stripes in his videos, so I'm assuming the ones we will get will look like that. And he actually did like pretty cool style video there. So I don't know. I can never get it to play accurately here, but
it makes me sad. Like it. So yeah, it looks like he did a cool video.
Hello, Jurassic World fans, and welcome to
yeah, I would say this is probably absolutely one of the better videos here when you get like movement and animation kind of style or comic book style. So I think that was really cool. The box looks cool. Like I think the box looks cool, right? It's nice to have like the 3 featured movies there. That's cool.
Yeah.
The background, man, he did a good job on all this stuff. I can't zoom. Can I zoom ahead? No, it's not.
You know what I want to think about this guy? Jason was like, you give everyone these Hammond collection figures and they like go out into their backyard and snap a photo. And he's like, screw that. You're going to give me these attack pack dinosaurs that look like kind of like the things from the movie. I'm going to go balls out and I'm going to do it up. I'm going to build a raptor pen. I'm going to do animation. Like, screw it. Like this video is the best one.
I love
almost all of them.
I think so. I think he's just like, well, this is my chance. I don't remember if we've seen Jason before. So he may be new because we haven't certainly gotten one that looked like this with the whole comic book aspect. So That's awesome. I think this was a really good job.
I mean, look,
Unfortunately,
not
it's just these
only
toys.
is this a great video for just these toys, but this comic book thing looks better than the motion comic that Jurassic World put out.
Yeah.
And
100%.
Jason is rocking a t-shirt that I've never seen before, but I'm gonna get right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, you guarantee it's right here, right there. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they always have people wearing that stuff. So yeah, that is a cool shirt. So check that out right there.
It looks like I mean, I think this is some Crash McCreary work. Is it not? No, you know what this is? This is like marketing material from JP3. That's what this is.
Yeah, this looks like the T-Rex toy, like the Hasbro T-Rex, that young T-Rex. I don't know about the rest of it, but yeah, that looks like the toy. This is that same raptor.
I have these stickers.
This is the Troodon right here, right? Like that's the same thing that they used for the Hammond collection, right? The same pose and everything.
Which was from JP3.
Yeah.
This is all JP3 like concept, not concept art, JP3 promo art. And I specifically know this because I am like looking at these. I stuck these on my first guitar. Like I have stickers of these, and I just slapped them onto that Fender Squire. And then at Christmas this year, I tried taking them off, and they're stuck there forever.
Are we doing it again? Is it happening? No, I'm kidding.
No, not tonight.
Let's see. So let's go back to it though. So yeah, great video. Let's take a look at the actual toys. $30, October 5th, 2025. Yeah, $30, man. That just feels harsh.
I get that they're like $10 a pop, which isn't so bad, but like, dang, like you gotta, dude, these things are gonna be on the shelf.
Like these were $7.99, right? These were like $7.99 a few years ago, so it feels a little steep. Yeah, but it's just rough. I mean, yeah, it's just, the thing is it's just refreshing the market for people who never got toys like this during the other movies, right? It's so
that's fair.
Every few years, a kid grows up that's now interested in dinosaurs, and they never got those ones back when we got them. So this is us complaining from like we have all this stuff behind us mentality, which is not everybody, but for the kid who might be interested in Rebirth, this could be a nice little pack. So I mean, I got to give them that, but
Fallen Kingdom is what? I mean, the Mattel stuff has been running now for like 7 years. Like, there's definitely
18.
kids that weren't even born when Mattel started up with the Jurassic Park stuff.
Yeah.
And now they're like the perfect age to be getting into dinosaur toys. Mm-hmm. And yeah, this has got to be like what Star Wars people felt like when it's like, oh my gosh, they're doing Empire Strikes Back like again. I've got all those figures like from 20 years ago, Yep.
Yeah. And you hear that all the time with Star Wars stuff. So this is just what's going on here. And, it stinks for like avid collectors, but for the kid who is walking through Target, that's exciting, especially with that cool packaging. Might be a hard sell for the parents for $30, but I don't know. Who knows? It'll be a nice display. You know what this will be? At least for me, when I'm going to Target nowadays, a lot of times it's just like regular shopping. But the other way I go is because I've got a kid's birthday coming up, and it's like I have to take my son to go shopping, and we try to stay in that like $30 price range. We'll pick out a $30 toy, bring it to the party. There you go. Like that's the toy right there. So.
We used to stay like within $10 and $15, and we would get kids really great toys when we were younger. I digress.
Yeah, well,
I know inflation.
We opened up these toys. We opened up these toys, like quite literally, pretty much when we were kids and had birthdays. So, and there's still behind me. There's an orange one. There's I don't have the JP3 Raptor from that time period, but like I actually do. I've gotten it recently, but yeah, that's just what it is. It's just a refresh for everybody who never really got these. But I will say that from the perspective of Beyond the Gates, that's where it's disappointing for me. Because this should be a little bit more sophisticated, I think, for Beyond the Gates. There should be a little bit more like excellence to the items that you're trying to sell to collectors. That's the people who are going to Beyond the Gates, right? Like, who else is going to Beyond the Gates and checking it out and pre-ordering and doing all this stuff? I don't know. I understand. Like, I totally understand the kids in the aisle and then the parents picking up a toy for a birthday party. But that's when this toy is in the aisle, like, which this will be, like, eventually in a few months. But it's not. It shouldn't be a pre-order item. And I just don't know what's reimagined about this. Like, what? You know,
it's their molds from 2015, reimagined with worse paint jobs than they were back then.
I don't really understand the rebranding of all the different sets. We had Legacy Collection. Why is it what was it? Re something or other? What was it?
Reimagined.
Reimagined. Yeah, why is it reimagined? It's just the Legacy Collection. It doesn't need to be anything other than Legacy Collection, right? Like,
I mean, do we even get Legacy Collection things anymore? I think Legacy Collection's dead.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
I haven't seen a Legacy Collection item in... That's like not even a phrase we've talked about in at least a year.
So, okay, so I was forgetting, like, what was reimagined.
Here's the thing. These reimagined things, they're just Mattel toys painted like old Kenner stuff.
This is like the Hasbro one. So this is this is a Hasbro toy reimagined, and this was a Kenner toy reimagined. But those two are at least like very interesting. And the same thing with this. This was a reimagined one right there, that helicopter, which was kind of like a take on an old toy. But but these guys are not reimagined. Hey, there you go. You can get that. Arrives in a few days. There you go.
What I love is look at the like person playing with the toy. That is that's
a man.
Millennial. That is not a child. That is a man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
which is really sad because like
I made that joke before.
For $14, for $14 you get this great articulated raptor, but for $10 you get chunky plastic.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. And I know we've talked about this one before, but like it looks good. It's not. It's of course it's zoomed in on him, but
it's reimagined because the tiger doesn't have stripes. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's what I said before. Like that's the only thing, but it actually does have the stripes in the actual video. For some reason, this one doesn't. So I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't really know what's reimagined about it. I just think we've got way too many names attached to these toys nowadays. So I'm a little bummed about this one. This was kind of like, I don't know. I especially for like Jurassic June, this was a bit of a letdown. I don't know if Mattel cares about that. I would imagine the people behind the scenes, like the creators, they're fans and they're cool people. So I imagine they would be into that idea of like, oh, we should put something cool out for Jurassic June. But right. I guess just we just weren't there yet. They could have put out a cool video, so we got that at least. So yeah, there you go. Jurassic June, reimagined. that's the new branding for Jurassic June. The what?
Look at this kid playing with this. I'm looking at this kid playing with this Titanosaur, and it's literally bigger than he is. I'm just scrolling through Target. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty huge. He's also absolutely everything's photoshopped in this, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That kid didn't even like interact with that toy. That kid just was doing something else.
There were I know I had, let's see, what do I have still from the other day? Let's go back to here. I just want to get some comments from you on these Funko Pop. Actually, did you see this? Anybody wants to pick up a glow in the dark 6-movie DVD collection? It's not even Blu-ray; it's just DVD. But you got glow in the dark art.
So that's Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Yep. They always come out with these fun, like takes on
fun covers, and then you open them
Yeah.
up, and they're the same stuff on the inside.
So
I'm not doing Funkos. I'm not doing Funkos this time.
You're not a Funko collector, at least anymore, right?
I have the original Jurassic Park line, but then really quickly realized that was never going to end, and so I have one. No, I have two. I've got Sticky Moloch and Giganotosaurus, but no, that's it. I don't think
the
I'm
big Giga. Do you have that big one or a smaller one?
No, I have the small one. I have the big T-Rex.
The big Giga is awesome, dude. I have that one. I don't have a smaller one, but I have the big one. But these, let's take a look because there's two interesting dinosaurs in here: Diabloceratops and the Carnotaurus.
Like the
yeah, it is.
So
we were looking at that last night. There was like a tan on the legs in the front of the and underside of the Mattel one, which is not present here. But who knows? It
was definitely red and black.
Yeah, red and black up top, but then tan on the two front legs and the underside. But this one has red all over. So that's there. That's interesting, and also the Carnotaurus. Do you think this pertains to the movie at all? What do you think?
Historically, I would say so, right? Like Funko doesn't normally do things that are just like they don't just make stuff up.
Yeah.
Like they try to do like one-to-one with what's in film and TV. So I would expect to see these, and that Carnotaurus, does he look like the kind of colored job that might camouflage?
Maybe. I don't know. I really like the coloring though, and I think it looks really cool.
The Carnotaurus scene was, correct me if I'm wrong, in The Lost World, it's at like where are they sitting? They're sitting in like a gas station, are they not?
Let me see if I can look that up.
Like, have we confirmed that the gas station sequence is anything other than, what have we confirmed that the gas station scene is in?
Well, I mean, they've shown the Mutodons attacking there. It's interesting because like the first trailer has had a little bit of difference between like what the raptors versus Mutodons are. In the first trailer, we had the two-headed raptor, right? But then it changed into a Mutodon, two-headed Mutodon. But the first trailer also had the very clearly like a raptor sickle claw foot. And I compared it to the claw that we see for the Mutodon, and it looks a bit different. So I don't know what's really going on there. But let me see what I have in my notes. Carnotaurus. I have no notes on that for The Lost World. Really? I guess I have no notes on that. It's surprising.
Because like they're not like outside. They're sitting and like watching them through a window and like waiting for them to move on before they can leave, right? Like that's the... I feel like that's the whole scene.
Yeah, I don't know. I for some reason don't have notes on that. That's really weird. Camo. Let me like look up that. No, I don't know. I would have thought it made more of an impact when I read the book, but apparently not. I just kind of skipped over that with all my notes, and I got a lot of notes on this book.
It's not an amazing scene. I mean, the Carnotaurs, they just watch them and then they walk off. Like it's not like it's an action scene or anything. I think they kind of use it as a monologue or science chapter, right? Like it's like, well, we need to like dump a bunch of science stuff on the reader, so let's have them do that while they're waiting for Carnotaurs to move on. Like it wasn't a great chapter.
Yeah, I hear them. Here they are at a worker village and a power station. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but maybe somebody.
I'm so sorry. I'm yawning. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, but I think we're at the end anyway, so I don't have anything else. But I thought those were two interesting points there. But yeah,
I still want to go and get the Kets. I think that's a great. I think it's a great figure. I wish its wings weren't blue. I don't know what, or its beak was more orange. I don't know. It's not the right colors. Like it doesn't at all match what is being presented in the marketing.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. It looks, I don't know. It's got more of a chaos effect kind of vibe, I feel like, than it does what we see in the movie. I don't know if
and then I'm planning on getting what did I just see here that I'm planning on getting? One of the mosasaurs I think I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
But no, I gotta hunt down. Oh, what? They're still selling on Target this Scutosaurus. That's a Hammond collection. Did that ever get any like fanfare or anything? Because I feel like Scutosaurus is something that like everyone is after every time they release one. But like it has no connection to Jurassic Park, at least not the movies, correct?
Well, the only connection it has is the original toy, right? Like that came out, I think it was, and that's what they did with their classic collection, right? They did the classic collection with the Scutosaurus, and it was the one with like the blue yellow truck, I think, and it came with the orange and white and purple, I think. But there was another one which I have somewhere.
It's so weird that they're all in on this dinosaur that has really no connection to Jurassic Park other than like a random Kenner toy from.
Yeah. And there was one that was very much like the Spinosaurus. It was the purple Scutosaurus, which I actually did have a friend send me, which I was very grateful of. Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Gary, Leslie, whatever your name is. But that one was really hard to come by. And then they eventually came out with that other one. And then they came out with this Hammond collection one. I do have the Hammond collection one somewhere. There it is. So, yeah, it's out there. It's an interesting thing that, they're obsessed with putting that out these days, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, super weird.
Yeah, but I don't know what else to collect. I got to get this guy. That's the only thing I really got to get is this Indominus.
I need a new Indominus because mine has like, I don't know if I can fix it, but like its feet are kind of coming out of the pegs or whatever because it was bent weird in a weird way in a closet. But I would get that one on the left of your screen, the bottom left.
I don't care. I don't care for that, to be honest.
It's too small and narrow. It's too small and narrow.
I've got one of the other Indominus. I think it looks cool, but like I like it because it looks like almost more bone structure. Like that picture that's right there, it just looks like a fossil head or something. It looks really cool. Color. But yeah, I don't need it. I don't need that one because I've got the other one that they came out with. But I definitely want like the wild one because I missed this one from Hasbro and I was always mad about that, dude. As dumb as that one was, I really wanted that Hasbro one.
I'm gonna sell mine. Mad. I'm gonna list those. That final wave of Hasbro. I'm selling them all. Just gotta get home and do it.
I'm not gonna be able to afford it. It's gonna go for hundreds. Absolutely.
It's gonna pay for. I'm gonna go back to college. That's how much money I'm gonna make. Selling them is a lot. So I actually have a real question. I was thinking about this yesterday, and I know we have a short episode today, but I have a real question, and maybe people in the chat can kind of chime in because I saw someone mention, do we think we're going to get an Indominus Hammond collection? And I think yes, and I think we get it next year because I think that, when did Giganotosaurus come out for Hammond collection? Was it 6 months ago or a year ago?
I don't know. It had to have been. Sometime last year, I think, right?
I just feel like they need to keep these big ones kind of in the rotation. Like if you go on Target's website, you can still get a Hammond collection T-Rex.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like these bigger ones, they need to keep like as like staples, that you can get at least on the websites.
Yeah. I don't feel like I saw the Giga a lot.
I know it came and went. It came and went. If you didn't get it during that initial run, it's done and it's over. But I have a question for you. Besides Indominus and not Rebirth stuff, what's left?
Well, I know one that's absolutely left and we all missed out on big time. We were this close to greatness. The Bull T-Rex.
Oh, don't even. I blocked that from my memory, man. I blocked it.
Bull T-Rex for sure. Yeah. I don't know would this be interesting, but like a sick Triceratops, would that be interesting at all as like a Hammond collection? Something that lays down, like maybe it's honestly like maybe it's even flat on one side. I don't know. Comes with
I
a
would love an
grant or
updated.
something.
I would love an updated Hammond collection Triceratops. We got robbed with that one. That one's bad.
Tiny. It's so small. It needs to be bigger.
It's so bad. And like, what's really sad about it? It's that like that thing goes for crazy money on eBay. Crazy money on eBay. Yeah. Like.
Yeah. But like outside of
that,
$100. I think like I mean, look, I would love it if they did like Indoraptor and what do you call it?
Oh
Scorpius.
Yeah, Indoraptor.
Scorpius would be pretty killer to see in that more realistic, kind of version.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of cool. Outside of that, I don't know. I mean, those are the only, and those two aren't even bigger, right? Like, what did I just say? I guess we haven't gotten a
Quetzalcoatlus of any kind.
I don't really care to get that. Like the Flyers, I'm so tough. Like I have like one Ketz down there. It's pretty much the same colors as the one that are coming out now, but it's the Dominion version. So that's all I need. I don't really need anything else from that. I don't know. I mean, you can name a bunch of other ones, like the.
So then I guess
that
here's my
one
question.
from JP3. The Ceratosaurus, like I guess you could do that. I don't need it.
They've done Ceratosaurus.
Yeah, that's right. Didn't they? Oh
yeah,
God,
they did.
It's horrible. Yeah, I have it right there.
No, you're kidding me. The Hammond collection Ceratosaurus is great. Shut up. Shut up.
No, look, dude. It's like literally, it's just knocked over on my shelf because I just don't care about it right there. It's not even a shelf. It's just a box.
Sad. That's so sad. So, what happens after Hammond collection runs out of marketable dinosaurs?
The Mizrahi.
What do they get us with next? The what?
It's the Mizrahi collection. They just redo them all. It's like, this is the difference is, hey, these ones have true effects. Guess what the next ones are gonna have? Truest effects. The real effects. Yeah, something different. That it's like you need to get this one now. That's just how toys work. Literally, like we just talked about with the Beyond the Gates this week. It's like,
sure,
we've got these. It's gonna be the same thing. If they want to do the Demon Carnotaur, like that would be pretty sick,
Yeah, I was gonna say I would love to see some of these with like alternate paint jobs of like. I remember when the Parasaurolophus came out. I was like, dude, I really want a Jurassic Park Parasaurolophus. That would be dope for them to do. There's some fixes they need to make on that toy in general, but like the paint job of the JP1 Parasaurolophus would be amazing.
It's Hammond Collection Reimagined.
Hammond Collection.
It's just like ridiculous.
Hammond Collection Plus.
Hammond Collection Plus, and you can stream the Beyond the Gates episodes on Peacock.
I mean, clearly, there's still legs to this Jurassic Park toy stuff. Like, everything that I'm watching, people are banking on like this movie beating out both Superman and Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah,
it's like this movie is going to be the hotness this summer.
Yeah.
So, which I think is crazy for a 7th installment of a franchise.
Yeah, but Fantastic Four is 36th installment. Like
yeah, fair enough.
And how many Fantastic Four in general? Yeah, this is the 4th one, right? So I guess 5th if you count that was like an original one a while ago, right?
Yeah, it's 4th or the 5th. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going through the Marvel movies, and I had planned to like I've been sprinkling in like other movies, like the 2 Spider-Man, the first 3, sorry, and then the 2 Andrew Garfield ones. I got those in before Homecoming. What else did we sprinkle in? Was there other ones?
That's right. We did last.
Yeah,
last
we
month.
did the two Fantastic Fours, and then I was supposed to watch the next Fantastic Four, but I'm like, I don't know. I think I might just the 2015 one.
It's so
I'm like,
bad. It's so
I'm
bad.
just gonna skip it. I told him, I was like,
Oh.
we're gonna watch it, and then I'm like, no, let's just skip it. So we're skipping it. I still haven't even seen it.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it either.
I'm just not looking forward to it at all. So I'm just gonna push it until later. I don't think it's gonna be that imperative that, like, you know, Miles Teller is gonna show up or something. I don't think so. You know,
I don't think that's happening. Did you see Mission Impossible 8 or 6 or whatever this new one is?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
I thought it was better than the last one. I think.
Yep.
The stunts were extremely harrowing. Like the submarine stuff, the underwater stuff was like very cool to look at, but I didn't get that like scared feeling because it felt faker than seeing him on an airplane doing the most death-defying thing.
He's
unreal,
basically
dude.
naked in the bottom of the Arctic Ocean and swims to the top. Get out of here.
But I don't know how much of that was real. I can't tell. But I can tell when he's flying on the wing of a plane for real. Like, so that's the difference for me. Is like the submarine underwater stuff didn't feel like he really swam hundreds of feet down in the suit and went into a submarine. Like, none of that felt real. I get he was probably in a big tank and whatever, but like he was actually hanging from a plane by a wire, and that to me was one of the best scenes, in this franchise. Right. So I thought it was a very good 8th movie. Not as good as like Fallout or. I'm one of the people on this singular island that likes Mission Impossible 3 very much. So
wait, there's Mission Impossible 3 is looked down upon?
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it.
It's like what are they talking about? It's what
I don't know.
Without MI3, you don't get any of these other ones.
You don't get any of these other ones. No. But I love that one.
People must be misremembering how great Mission Impossible 3 was when it came out, because they clearly don't remember the devastation that was MI2 and Limp Bizkit singing the theme song.
Hey, shut up. I just went to go see them in concert, okay? And I almost flew all the way to Florida tomorrow to go see them again. I love Limp Bizkit and that song. And when I went to go see them, they played the song, and I half expected, because we were near Philly and there was planes flying over, I really half expected Tom to just show up, because it was literally opening. It was opening weekend of the movie, and I was like, this is the perfect synergy here. Jumps out of the plane.
That's probably why they.
It's a rainstorm. Limp Bizkit's playing. It was perfect. But I love that song. The movie is garbage. I don't like that movie at all.
It's so bad.
It's just not. It just doesn't feel right to me at all. But the whole I don't go by it. But there's a whole like the Rotten Tomatoes breakdown or whatever it was. I think it was Rotten Tomatoes or one of those things. But it was like Mission Impossible 3 was like pretty low if I remember correctly. And I was talking with a bunch of other people and looking at Letterboxd reviews, and people were just like, I don't like the way this movie looks and shot. And I'm like, this movie was awesome and had the best villain of any of the movies. The Vatican scene was incredible. Like the fact that it starts at the end and then it has to go back to that, it's like amazing. And his literally his best running in any of the movies is in that movie. And that slam against the car on the bridge, dude.
That's the one where he's running, right? And then gets like blown to the side.
Yes.
It's
incredible.
I don't understand. If that's a low rated one, here's the thing. That one was so good. People were astonished when 4 was like even better. It was like, this is revisionist history. Everyone loved 3. The haters can shut up. 3 was amazing.
3 is amazing. I had it at the top of my list for a while, but when I rewatched Fallout, I was like, I guess I kind of have to give the edge to Fallout, because it is just kind of it goes back to what 3 did. And hey, so does this movie number 8, which that gave me a few extra points for me too. That it made a lot more sense of 3, which was great in the new movie. So
yeah. I guess they kind of did some shenanigans with the plots
Yeah.
and stuff.
And there was like one moment in the new movie where I was like, why is that even a thing that was revealed? That didn't matter at all to this movie.
No.
I'll tell you about it later. But like,
the George Lucas wipes didn't make any sense either. But they did them.
I was like, where are we in Star Wars now? What is happening? This is the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
But okay,
those were bad. Those were bad.
But I liked it, and I liked Lilo and Stitch as well. Steve, I caught that one too. Literally, I went to see Mission Impossible on Saturday and Lilo and Stitch on Sunday. So I
heard about the ending of Lilo and Stitch, and therefore I refused to see it.
I don't really have a huge love for the original one, so it didn't.
Neither do I.
Any changes or anything, and I know there's bigger issues at hand, I guess, for a lot of people than just the changes of the movie. But I thought it was a very sweet movie. I don't know, it was very sweet. Made
a ton of money. Remakes will never die.
No, we got a new one coming out very soon. Very soon.
What is it? Which one?
How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think that DreamWorks is gonna stick to the original so closely that people will like it.
I have a friend that has seen it, and he says that it does stick to it, but there's a lot more room to breathe, and there's a lot of other good stuff added into it. So,
okay,
yeah,
I'll trust your friend. I think
he does exist. I swear, I have a friend. I have another friend. So,
and my final last word: if you've got a Nintendo Switch 2 this week, or even if you have a Nintendo Switch, it doesn't really matter. The original Jurassic World Builder, whatever it was, on console, it's like on sale this week for like $11. So, Jurassic World Evolution, the first one.
Yeah, first one. Yeah.
I bet it runs terribly on a Switch. I bet it runs pretty good on a Switch too.
Oh, I'd assume so. Did you get one? I forget.
I did. We did end up getting.
Oh, that's
Switch
right.
too.
You said you did tell me that. Yeah.
But like, realistically, I've got so many Switch games I haven't like really touched yet. Like, I didn't even need to buy a game. I was like, he's handing out the tickets in the line, and he's like, "All right, who wants one with the console or with the bundle, the Mario Kart bundle?" And like, I was the only one who was like, "I just want the console. Like, I'm good. I've got games.
I don't need the one exclusive game that comes out." That was not enough for me to buy into it. So I mean, I didn't.
I'm not gonna play Mario Kart by myself. So
no. You could get the camera and play with people on your screen. You didn't want to do that
at one FPS. Brad, it would be better if we just played together and then it just got on this. And
yeah, I know. Yeah, my friend forgot his headset the other day, and he was on Xbox and I was on PlayStation playing Fortnite, and he just called me, and that was better than anything else. So I'm just talking on the phone while playing Fortnite. And Summer Games Fest tomorrow. Summer Game Fest is tomorrow. You gonna be watching?
No.
That's a shame.
Because I truly don't think I expect anything from Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Not that I don't have any insider information. I just think that trailer was... That first trailer, I just think was so overly produced. I think that what we saw in that trailer, in like the gameplay wise, is I think that's all they had. I don't think that game was...
Well, they're not there as far as I know. Saber's not there.
Okay.
There's
otherwise, I'll just watch trailers. Trailers later.
All right, man. Well, it's
been
good. We gotta go. We gotta end the broadcast. That's what I know. So where's everybody finding you these days?
You can't. I love it. I don't have people talking politics to me. I don't have people telling me how terrible other people are for liking other people, and it's just great. I live a free life, playing my guitar, doing my job, talking to you every Thursday.
No, not every Thursday. Don't get too
every
used to it.
Every Thursday, first of the month.
Or Friday, whatever day I say at the beginning of the episode. I don't know.
We shoot each other text messages every now and then.
That's true. We do.
let's Brad, let's not lie. You're coming over this weekend. It's gonna be a boys' night in.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring
pajama
more
party.
boxes to get you in more trouble.
Pajama party. We're gonna have a pillow fight and watch 6 Jurassic Park movies.
Well, I'm down. I'm gonna bring my Lego set and we're gonna put it together.
I still have Jurassic World Legos that are not built, so feel free.
Oh, wow, let's do it. Everybody, please go check out JurassicParkPodcast.com. We've got the latest episode up there, Dino DNA, about the Mosasaurus with Connor O'Keefe and Amelia Zeitlow, an actual paleontologist. So go check out that episode. It's really informative, really awesome. And then, of course, Tales from a Jurassic World is also on the feed as well. You can check out episode 2 there. The Jurassic Park podcast is on Spotify. Go check it out. Grim Grinning host. I recorded a new episode. It should be out hopefully soon. And then the Forcecast, I think we're off this week because Ryan wasn't feeling well. But I want you to all please let me know, what do you think of Jurassic World Rebirth as we're finally towards the end of this run here, as we're getting up to those final days. Aaron, this does not pertain to you. I don't need to hear it. I'm good. But if you want to call in and let me know what you think, 732-825-7763. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on, just how you're feeling right now as we're leading into the final days before Rebirth. Send those in to the email as well. Just record a little voice memo. Hit it up to JurassicParkPod@gmail.com, and I'll put all of those in to a big kind of wrap-up episode right before Rebirth. So just let me know, and go follow us on all those other places you see right there. But Aaron, thank you so much for coming back and for being here for a little bit. Really appreciate it. And we'll talk again sometime soon. Hopefully we got a
Are we not going to give a shout out? Are we not going to give a shout out to, I'm going to butcher this name. I apologize.
Yeah,
Amadeo from Argentina.
Who's that? Who's that at?
Javi wrote in the chat. It's like 10 lines from the bottom. They just asked for a shout out. So I figured let's do it, because we're not like some massive conglomerate podcast that doesn't care about their fans.
I didn't see it. Sorry. I'm going so fast with the chat. I kind of skipped over a lot tonight, but Javi, how's it going? Greetings to your son, Amadeo. How's it going? Appreciate you watching. But yeah, Argentina, that's cool. We had Argentina tonight. We had some other places. There was people that went to CCXP. I guess that was down in Mexico. So I don't know if was that Maddox? Was that you? So there's people all over the place apparently watching this stream. So I appreciate it.
Dude, how are we not getting how are they not continuing with Jurassic World and doing smaller, scary movies in Argentina and other places?
I don't know.
Montana. How is this not happening?
Yeah, I kind of wish this was one of those movies, and it was not related to InGen or to Mizrahi or Hammond or anything like that, and this was just some facility that they needed to take out or go find something from, an old facility of another company that tried to make something and made some abominations. I think a movie like that would probably be a little bit more.
Man, I'll tell you what. If that was the plot of this movie, I like the same elements. If it was the same exact,
it's the same exact thing.
Hey, look, after Jurassic World, someone went nuts and tried creating some crazy things at this facility with the dinosaurs they bought from the
from the auction. Yeah, that to me is a better premise than the original.
Third island.
They're really trying to tie it into too many things, it feels like, and I just don't think any of those things are going to get answered. So I don't know, but I think that would be a good idea. Like a movie like that, a movie in Argentina, a movie in the snow, a movie in wherever, just different places. Does Argentina have snow? I don't know if those are two different things. I think there might be some snow, but also hot. I don't know.
I'm still reading the chat because the chat don't stop.
The chat does not stop. But yeah, Steve brings up, we were discussing on the podcast last night, actually. I had talked about like how Star Wars has these books that like kind of give you like 30-page stories about like this or that. Like there's a short story about Jar Jar and what happened to him later on in his life. There's a story about an X-Wing pilot. There's a story about, just the most random stuff throughout the galaxy that kind of fill you in on like where things are. And I think something like that for Jurassic would be awesome.
There's a Jar Jar skull in is it this new season?
Andor?
Is that Jar Jar or is it just another Gungan?
I think it's just another Gungan. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But who knows? You never know.
Hey, I'm Jar Jar Binks right now in Fortnite, so
yeah. Dude, my son just got Darth Jar Jar. He my wife texted me and is he allowed to get Darth Jar Jar? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. So, yeah, we're a Jar Jar household here, and I got him. He's right up here actually somewhere. But,
talk about revisionist history, man. Like I'm in love with Jar Jar lately because I like his design, but man, people really hated that character, didn't they?
Yeah. But the people who didn't are the people who like him today. The kids. It's the kids, dude. It's all about the kids.
That's fair.
But yeah. Anyway, thank you everybody. Thank you Amadeo. Thank you. I forgot to shout this one out before. We were so busy. Alden, thank you so much for the super chat. What do you think of the D-Rex? What do you think about the D-Rex? Your final thoughts here.
Me?
We've talked about it before, but what do you think?
It's just too much. I think it's too mutant for me. Like I actually honestly like I feel like I could kind of handle the Mutadons as a hybrid or something. But realistically, we're now in this is the third hybrid movie. The movie almost feels like somehow like spiteful towards Trevorrow for some reason. I don't know where I'm picking this up, but it just does. And I think part of it is the messaging of like, we got the original writer back and we're going to an island that we've never it just feels like, dude, like I think every one of his movies made $1 billion. Like why?
It's like the JJ movies when they're like, this is all practical, real. This is all the best. Like this is all original. We wanted to make you feel like you're watching the original Star Wars instead of the prequels with Jar Jar. Like they wanted to make people think this was better. This is better than what we got before.
I guess, but like I just don't really love the attitude around this movie, and it's got a lot of like what looks like revisionist history. It's just rehashing a movie that we had 10 years ago, like the Mutants or whatever. And this one's just like seriously, this thing's gonna have human DNA, and I think that's like to me the biggest problem. This thing's gonna have some kind of.
I don't think so, man. I think the Maisie stuff went so underappreciated and liked that I don't think they'll step into that again. I really don't. I know that's like Spielberg's like baby, kind of wants to have like stuff like that still in the franchise, but I just don't think so.
I don't know.
I like it though. I like it. I got it. I wish the color was better on this. The movie looks better. Hopefully it'll fully look better, but the color on the toy is not really doing it for me. But I mean, it's gonna be fun.
Now that we have like a full rendition of it, it doesn't look like a human to me. It is trying to be a dinosaur, but I just gotta wonder what was the purpose of this? And do you think we'll get that answer in this movie? Like what the purpose was?
I don't think so.
So then,
to me, it almost like looks just like this guy. Like it's kind of got this vibe to it, which he looks like the alien that pops out of his chest. Like it's and this is the Titanosaurus. Like it's not the whatever his name is, the D-Rex.
Wait, what was that thing?
Mosasaurus, Kets, Spinosaurus.
It looked like Venom.
Oh, what? Wait, this?
On a blurry screen, it looked like Venom. Like I just saw like the white eyes over the black skin. I was like,
but there's just Aaron. There you go.
Just me. Brad's out.
But anyway, Jurassic World social media released a new clip. What? Just now? Let's see. 2 new posts. I don't want to watch more. Don't move. Oh boy. Yeah, they did.
Pull it up. We're here. Let's do it.
All right. Let's just do that. I guess I got to look on Instagram. So I'm on Instagram. So let's go to Jurassic World.
Jeez. It's on Instagram.
Let me mute the music here. I'm probably going to get copyright strikes for this, but whatever. Here we go. Universal's just like take down any video you put up. All right, so it should be this one.
Shh, quiet.
Oh no, I lost it.
I don't. It's. What's this on?
Instagram.
But like.
Oh, jeez.
Jurassic World, rated PG-13.
Oh, I gotta stop because that's like the one thing I want to see is that scene, and they just keep showing
dude.
every shot from it.
You're gonna see
Like-
the entire thing by the end of it. Absolutely.
Dude, just scrolling through social media every once in a while. It's like I've seen the whole thing.
It's still playing. I can't get rid of it. Yeah, I feel like the entire sequence is probably already out there. That was brutal, though. That looks intense. I like that. But anyway,
See, bud.
that's the end. That's all we got. Where's my music? Let's bring it back.
My eyes are getting heavy. I'm gonna fall asleep on camera, so we gotta.
No, we're not gonna keep this party going. That's it. That is over. We're done. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. And as always, stay safe, be kind, and let me find that button and enjoy.